In this video, I'm going to show you how to potentially get negative feedback removed from your eBay profile. Now, this happens to the best of us. Sometimes a customer is unhappy with their purchase, and this is a quick and easy way to potentially get your negative or neutral feedback removed. The first thing you want to do before you request the feedback revision is contact the buyer and make sure what the situation was and how you can rectify the situation. Sometimes, an item is shipped and then it's broken, you have to go through insurance, or sometimes, you might have sent the wrong item to the wrong address or the wrong size shirt or any kind of thing that could give a negative experience to the buyer. You want to contact the buyer first to make sure what the situation is and how you can rectify it. Sometimes a simple refund or a return will do. Sometimes there's some extremes where you just have to let go of the item and then give a full refund. But always try to do your best as far as customer service first, contacting the buyer to make sure what exactly the situation is and how you can fix it before you go to the request feedback revision. Now that we've kind of established communication with the buyer, you want to actually submit the request feedback revision. I'm going to leave a link below. Check that out. It's going to be this link right here that you're seeing right here. So this first negative feedback was for a hat that was sent to the wrong address, and this is what the buyer was saying. Now, we did our research and it looked like, the item was shipped to the correct address. So I don't know what the situation was, but the hat was actually returned to us, and it shows that the item was actually rejected by the buyer, which is weird. So it could have been a situation where maybe there was a roommate, or maybe it actually was sent to the wrong address and then it was just returned. And so they left us negative feedback. Now, we did contact the buyer and we offered them a full refund. Since we got the hat back, we offered them a full refund and they did accept it. So this is a situation where we're going to actually try to request the feedback revision once, because basically everything has been taken care of. We got our item back and the customer has got a refund with a clear explanation of what happened. So this is the next step that we're going to have to do here. There is one thing I want to make very clear. You only have 10 days to request a feedback revision once you get negative or neutral feedback. So once you get negative or neutral feedback, you're going to want to do this request feedback revision right away because you only have 10 days. Once those 10 days are up, it is left on your permanent feedback record. So you definitely want to get on this right away. Now that we have contacted the seller and sent the refund and on our end taking care of the situation, this is where you're going to need to request the feedback revision. Now you can only do this once, so this is why it's so important to contact the seller first to make sure everything is good, because once you go past this step, you can only do this once. So what you're going to do is find the item, click the box there, and you can see here I resolved the problem with the buyer, and I also put a little bit of a something down in here. Sent full refund. We apologize for this mistake. Now, even though it looks to me like this wasn't our mistake, you want to own up to anything like this, because you want to really put your good foot forward to try your best to get the feedback removed, because that's the most important. That's basically the goal of this whole situation. So we're going to go ahead and send that, and as you can see here, your feedback revision request has been sent, and so we're going to have to wait to see if that works. Sometimes it doesn't. This isn't a foolproof method, but like I said, if you go the extra mile with contacting the buyer and all that whole situation, you should be able to get the feedback, the negative feedback removed if you do all the things right, like send a refund, grant a return, etc., and reach out to the customer to make sure that they're happy also. So I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, definitely leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
What she know about rocking the wolf on your noggin? What she knowin' about wearing a bird box skin? I'm digging, I'm searching right through that luggage. One man's trash, that's another man's. Come on, fuck your granddad for donating that slap it up, shirt, 'cause now I'm up in her. I'm in the well, you can find me in the. I'm not searching in the section.